Hello students, we'll start the next part of the circulatory system as we have completed the first component of circulatory system, human heart, structure and function. So next the components, blood vessels. So three components are there. One is heart, second is blood vessels, and third is blood. Circulatory system. So we have discussed the heart, structure and function. We will now read about the blood vessels. You know the blood vessels are of, the blood vessels are of two types. One is called arteries, another is veins. Okay, there are mainly two types of blood vessels, arteries and veins. The main difference between arteries and vein is the blood vessel through which blood passes from heart to body parts are called arteries, and the blood vessels through which blood flows from body parts to heart are called veins. This is the main difference. But so except these, there is another type of blood vessels are there which are called capillaries. So already I have told arteries, veins, but another blood vessel is called capillaries. What are capillaries actually? Students, I have already do a diagram on this board. You can see here that actually capillaries are the part of arteries and veins. Means capillary is not a actual type of blood vessels. It is part of arteries and part of vein. How it is? You see that when arteries carries, the arteries take blood through arteries, blood flows from heart. So here the blood is oxygenated. The oxygenated blood moves from the heart, arteries, then it is moved like this. The arteries, this is artery. Then the arteries break into many small tube-like structures which are called arterioles. Okay, artery breaks to form arterioles. The artery makes small branches, and each branch is called arteriole, and many arterioles there. And again, these arterioles will also make the thin tube-like structures which you can see here. So these are called capillaries. The capillaries are that when arterioles again break to form many small tube-like structures, and each tube is called capillary. So these capillaries, what they will do? They will move. These are the cells. Okay, these are the cells of tissue. So the capillaries will move around the cells present in the tissue, and what will happen? So think that if I make a cell here, okay, the capillary which is here, then from the capillaries the oxygen, food, oxygen food goes into the cell and carbon dioxide is given out, as we have discussed in the respiration. So what happens when this carbon dioxide is given to the capillary now carry this deoxygenated blood here, and after taking out this, giving oxygen and taking carbon dioxide here, these are also capillaries, and these capillaries again join to form venules. These are called venules, and when many venules will join together, it is vein. It means, you see, the oxygenated blood is moving forward from artery to arteriole, arteriole to capillaries. Then the capillaries will supply oxygen food to the cell. It will collect the carbon dioxide from the cell. Then these capillaries again join to form venule, and the venules again join to form vein. So if you see, these capillaries are actually the part of artery as well as vein. Actually, arteriole break to form capillaries, capillaries join to form venule. So capillary is in between arterioles and venules. So that is why capillary is not a type of blood vessels. So we are dividing the blood vessels into two types. One is artery, another is vein, and capillary is the part of both artery and vein. I think clear about the capillaries. Okay. So now we will read about the blood vessels. So now, if we will divide or make difference between these blood vessels, let arteries, veins and capillaries. Although again I am telling capillaries is not a type of blood vessels, but still we will make the difference. Actually, what are the structure behind them? First one is say where the flow of blood. Okay. In arteries, as I told, arteries carry blood from heart to body parts. Okay, this is the characteristic. Whereas veins, they carry blood from body parts to heart. And if you compare the capillaries, they carry blood from arterioles to venules. You know, the branch of artery is called arteriole and branch of vein is called venule. Then we'll do the second structure, that is kind of blood. Okay, the arteries carry oxygenated blood, except pulmonary artery. You know, the pulmonary artery is an artery which carry deoxygenated blood. We have discussed in double circulation. Okay, whereas all the veins, they carry deoxygenated blood except pulmonary veins. So similarly, all the veins carry deoxygenated blood, but the pulmonary vein, which carry the blood to blood from lungs, they carry oxygenated blood. Okay, so pulmonary artery and pulmonary vein, they are exception. Okay, then in capillaries, which type of blood is flowing? Actually, capillary is a part of artery and vein. Hence, here blood changes from oxygenated to deoxygenated. Actually, what the capillary do? The capillary carry the oxygenated blood to the cell. Cell use the oxygen and give out carbon dioxide. So again, they will carry or transport that deoxygenated blood. That's why from arterial oxygenated blood, then capillary give to the cell oxygen and take carbon dioxide. So that is why it changes from oxygenated to deoxygenated. Then the third characteristic, if you read that thickness of wall. The arteries are they are thick walled. Means the artery wall is very thick. It means okay, so very thick wall is there. Artery wall is very thick, but the wall of vein is thin walled. Their wall is very thin. So there, okay, their wall is thin. And capillaries, their wall is very thin walled. Because you know the capillary, through the capillary wall, diffusion of gas and food takes place. So the wall is very thin, membrane-like structure. Okay. So flow of blood, kind of blood, and thickness of wall. Then we will next read about the other differences. So I'm rubbing it. The fourth difference, that is say presence of valve. You know that valves present in the heart, tricuspid valve, bicuspid valve and semilunar valves. But students, in the arteries and veins also valves are present, but arteries have no valves are present. Okay, but in case of vein, valve are present. And which type of valve? Semilunar valves. Okay, semilunar valves are present in the vein. Whereas capillary, as I told, capillary is very thin walled. No valves are present or valves are absent. These are the fourth differences. Then the fifth one is movement of blood. you know that arteries, the blood flows when the blood, actually heart pumps the blood into arteries. So when the heart pumps the blood flows with a jerk, with a high speed through the artery. So that is why in case of arteries, blood flows in jerking, because the heart pumps, as a heart beats 68 to 72 times, so it will also pump with high speed and low, that is we will read in next part, systolic and diastolic pressure, with a high pressure and a low pressure. So because of that, the blood also moves with different speed, so that actually cause of jerk. The blood flows in jerks in case of arteries, whereas in when blood flows smoothly, no jerk is there. Okay, and in capillaries also blood flows smoothly. There is no very less speed is there, so there is no jerk is found. You know that sometimes the doctor when check our hand, they also put the finger on the wrist, and you can also do that, and you will feel one jerk. Actually that jerk is we feel from the arteries. The artery is present here. If we press the artery, then we feel the jerk, because the blood flows inside the artery with jerk. So how much the heart will pump? How many times? You know, the 68 to 72 normally heart beats. So this also blood jerk you will feel 68 to 72 in a minute, and that thing we call as pulse rate. That is called, the jerk is called pulse. The pulse rate and heartbeat is same. Okay, but in case of vein, there is no jerk. You know that in your hand, if you will find the blood vessels which we see, that is actually vein, not artery. Okay, in vein, if you press, there is no feeling of any jerk. Blood flows smoothly, no jerk is there. Okay, then the last one is location where it is present actually. Okay, the arteries are present. Arteries are present below the skin, deep inside the skin. Okay, inside the muscles. Normally we cannot see arteries because it is present much deeper in our body, whereas the veins are present just below the skin. That's why we can see the veins on your skin. Okay, the veins is not deep wall actually, they are present superficially, whereas arteries are present deep beneath, or just below the muscles also. So we cannot see the arteries deeper inside the skin, whereas it is just below the skin. It is not deep walled. Whereas the capillaries, you know, the capillaries is present all over the body. Capillaries are present all over the body. Okay, and as they are very thin tubes, so we cannot see the capillaries. Okay, so these are the main differences between arteries, veins and capillaries. So now we have covered the second component of the circulatory system, that is blood vessels. Okay, so now we will go to the third component of circulatory system, that is blood. Okay, so now we'll read about the blood. Actually, blood, it is a fluid connective tissue, as you have read in standard 9. So as it is made up of, it is a tissue, so it should be made up of many cells. Actually, the components of blood are components of blood. So normally the blood has two components actually. One is the liquid part, which is called plasma. Is the fluid part of blood is called plasma, and inside the plasma blood cells are present. So as you have already read about the fluid connective tissue, so the blood cells are actually embedded in a liquid-like matrix called plasma. The plasma and blood cells, when they mix, that is form the blood. And blood cells are, again, there are three types of blood cells are present. One is called RBC, WBC and platelets. So actually we are calling RBC as red blood cells, WBC white blood cells and platelets. But actually it is not red blood cell, it is called actually red blood corpuscles. Similarly, it is called white blood corpuscles and platelets. These are the three different types of blood cells found inside the blood, and we will read about the function of each component of the blood. So mainly RBC, you know the RBC, what it helps, it contains the pigment hemoglobin. We have read red pigment hemoglobin, which is called respiratory pigment. RBC contain hemoglobin, which help in transportation of oxygen. Okay, and then WBC, white blood corpuscles, they help to fight against disease causing microbes. Okay, and then the rest part that is platelets, you know that they have to fight against disease causing microbes. Sometimes WBC are also called as policemen of our body, because they provide the immune system. Because of WBC, when any bacteria or microbes enter to our blood, the WBC capture it and kill it, and that is why we are not getting always the different type of diseases, because of WBC. They are the main part of immune system, disease resistant. They give the resistance against the different type of diseases. And then the third cells, platelets. And what the role of platelets? What is the role of platelets in our blood? They help in clotting or coagulation of blood. What is clotting or coagulation of blood? You know that sometimes when we get injury or any cut, the blood starts to flow from our body. So when the blood will flow, So at that time what happens, any injury takes place, the platelets, they help in clotting. Actually the platelets